Hello viewers, welcome to brand new episode of Campus Eye. I'm Bhoomika. Let's have a look at this week's news. Women's Forum of St. Aloysius College organized WOW, Wonders of Women, a week-long activities and programs as part of Women's Day. The program was conducted from 1st March to 8th March, which included competitions and activities such as Chitrakala, drawing competition with the theme Women Empowerment, Meraki, henna competition, Colors of You, creative and experimenting face painting competition, nail art competition with the theme of Mother Nature, jewelry making competition based on tribal theme, and startup expo with various types of products and ideas like scrunchies, jewelry, brownies, drawings, cupcakes, etc. The program was open to students, teaching and non-teaching staff of the college.
For the smooth conducting of this event, we had 4 staff coordinators, Renita ma'am, Helma ma'am, Royce ma'am and Divya ma'am. And there were also event head for each of the event. Alongside with all the events, when the competitions were happening, our Katte stage, the Mother Teresa Peace Park stage, was open for students to showcase their talents for open mic and other activities.
Aloysium, the museum of St. Aloysius College in the city, got 2 new additions: a splinter of the basement rocks of Pokhran and digital version of palm leaf manuscripts of Drona Parva, a chapter of Gadugina Bharata written by Kumara Vyasa to its collection on 3rd March. S.A. Krishnaya, Director of Studies, Oriental Archives Research Center, Udupi, handed them over to Melvin J. Pinto, Rector, St. Aloysius College Institutions. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Krishnaya said the splinter of the basement rock of Pokhran was presented to him by Colonel late B. Ramachandra Rao, an alumnus of St. Aloysius College. The splinter of the basement rock belonged to the outside area of Pokhran 2 nuclear test site conducted in 1998. The palm leaf manuscripts of Drona Parva was handed over to Mr. Krishnaya for developing its digital version. Mr. Krishnaya said the manuscripts have been digitized in 5 volumes, which have about 200 pages. He stressed on the need to conserve Shrithali trees whose leaves were being used for writing purpose in ancient days. B.A. Vivek Rai, former Vice Chancellor, Kannada University, Hampi, and also Karnataka State Open University, Mysuru, said that there is a need to collect the archives belonging to the history of coastal belt and study them. Such studies will lead to the reconstruction of coastal history. Department of Economics of St. Aloysius College organized a panel discussion on the topic India in 2050 on 6th March. Dr. Dennis Fernandez, the moderator of the event, stated his initial remarks on how India would develop into a developed country by the year 2050. The 3 panelists were Dr. Richard Gonsalves, Director of LCRI Block, Dr. Mona Mendonça of History Department, and Mr. Royal DSouza of the BCA Department. All the panelists spoke about how India would change drastically in various aspects such as science, social science, and how the IT field would prosper.
How India could progress technologically and how the societies or the religious institutions and the specific institutions which have been established now would change and will have progress as well as different forms in future. All in while, I just want to say it was a great experience and I could analyze what would India would be in 2050.
Children with special needs paint the world with beautiful colors each day. With the objective of providing an integrated approach to training and development of children with special needs, Arivu, an institution which is also a home for such children, is taking an initiative in making this world a better place. Come, let's have a look at this happy space.
Arivu, A early intervention center for special children is an NGO established by the parents of a child with disability. Was launched at Shaktinagar, Mangalore in 2017. Children diagnosed with autism, ADHD, learning disabilities, Down syndrome, and other special needs are provided therapy and training at Erivu. This center won the Inclusivity Champion Award at the Inclusive India Conclave organized by the Headway Foundation in November 2019. Arivu is a one of its kind early intervention center that has designed half day and full day therapy programs based on New York Head Start program. The program is based on adaptive behavior analysis and they admit special children with autism, learning disabilities, mental retardation, and other issues under 6 years as well as 6 to 12 years age. Students are provided all the required therapies and included in group activities like singing, dancing, exercise, etc. This is helpful in brain simulation and overall emotional development of the child. This organization connects with medical professionals who provide early diagnosis and recommend early intervention, provide rehabilitation and behavior services to develop an individual plan for a child and help the child's family implement it, to develop specific strategies to help the children learn new skills and use them in different settings, and help reduce the child's difficult behavior by understanding what the cause of the behavior is, and then teaching them more appropriate behavior. It would also love to accept new and use educational materials. Let us spread awareness about Arivu and refer families in need of them.
Rana Krishna Bhatt. I'm a trustee of Arivu Trust, and Arivu Trust runs Arivu Early Intervention Center. Actually, my wife Purnima Bhatt is the founder director of Arivu Early Intervention Center. Now we started this because we have a special son called Pratik who is born with Down syndrome, and that is what inspired us to start Arivu. Arivu in Kannada means awareness, and when Pratik was born, we were not aware of all these about all these special children and their disabilities and their requirements, etc. But in the course of taking care of our son Pratik, we realized that the general community itself is not aware of many of these problems of special children. So we started Arivu essentially to create awareness in the community and also to identify such children in early stage so that they can be given the required therapies, the early interventions, what you call, depending on the requirement, so that the child has the chance to do well in their life. Like most children with these disabilities need some special care, and if they get this special intervention at the early stage, they can almost become normal, most of them. But whatever we can do, we should do as early as possible, because these learning disabilities are actually associated with the brain development, and the earlier the better. So that is what Arivu does.
Melanie Shetty with camera person Bhoomika, Team Campusai.
The UG Department of Social Work conducted Metanoia 23, the national level seminar on manual scavenging on 9th March at LF Ruskina Hall of St. Aloysius College. Seminar intends to educate and sensitize the audience on the practice of manual scavenging. The seminar discussed the close relationship between manual scavenging and caste, the health concerns related to its practice, the law and its implementation, and finally about organizing the movement towards the liberation of persons involved in the practice of manual scavenging. The program was inaugurated by UT Kadir, MLA, Mangalore constituency, the guests of honor Channabasab K and AC Vinay Raj, Corporator, Mangalore Corporation. The president of the program was Reverend Dr. Praveed Martis SJ, the principal of St. Aloysius College, Mangalore.
Metanoia 2023 Manual Scavenging is a national level seminar organized by the students of the Social Work Department at St. Aloysius College, and it is a one-day seminar. It's a day-long seminar from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and we have with us a few eminent speakers such as Ms. Maitreyi and Dr. Sylvia Karpagam, and we were expecting a crowd of just the social work students or the sociology students, but we have a larger than real crowd today. And the session as far as it has gone right now, it has been very informative, and it has given us an insight into what is manual scavenging, because a lot of us were unaware of what manual scavenging is and what were the side effects, and the positive and the negative side of manual scavenging. And we figured out what are the different aspects to it, like the legal aspects as well as the health aspects to manual scavenging.
St. Aloysius College organized its fifth season of Aloysian Premier League. 12 teams participated in this tournament. The players of every team were handpicked by the team owners by means of an auction. The two-day turmoil saw an array of matches being played in the centenary ground under the watchful eye of the chief guest, Mr. Prashant, director of St. Aloysius Cricket Academy. The winners were Aloysian Rebels. Bhimaiya from the Rebels secured the man of the match position. Satvik Pujari bagged the man of the match for his outstanding batting and fielding performances. Tushar Shetty was crowned as the best bowler. The runners-up spot was backed by Aloysian elites, who had a good start to the tournament but lost momentum towards the final match.
Best tournament this year we conducted, so well organized by the student and the staff coordinator. And in this tournament there were 10 teams.
Department of Biotechnology, Biochemistry and Microbiology of St. Aloysius College, Mangalore, in association with Intellectual Property India, Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India and National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission conducted one-day awareness program on intellectual property rights on March 2nd at LCRI Hall. Mr. Abhishek Singh, examiner of patent and designs, NIPAM officer, was the resource person. He emphasized on the strength of the right, technical specifics, filing procedures.
Recently, we attended a program on intellectual property rights by Mr. Abhishek Singh from all the way from Chennai. And this was a very interactive and fun and informative program.
Whether it's a lovely stride in the evening or to take a breath from your stressful schedule, people of Mangalore city like to spend their leisure in this beautiful lake. Now, let's take a look at the Gujarakere Lake after its renovation.
Gujarakere is the oldest lake in Kutla, which spread over 3 acres with historical significance attached to it. Over decades, this ancient lake became neglected and treated as a dumping ground for waste material. But now, the lake has been revived and restored to its former glory as part of Lake Revival Project under the Smart City Mission.
Earlier, several years long back, Mariamma, during the Dasara time, took bath here. She come along in the procession, tableau. After the bath, she is to return again to temple.
The original name of the lake is Guru Janarakere, which eventually became Gujarakere. Guru Janarakere means a lake dedicated to the spiritual guru who walked on this land. This lake was originally made by Gorakshanath, which he dedicated to his Mahaguru Parama Malsyendranatha.
If I'm talking about this place, it's such a good place. Actually, I'm a student of Yanakoya. I'm staying nearby hostel. at evening time, and me and my friends come here to just relax after the studies or
Gujar Kere is a lake where I come usually after my volleyball practice, or if there is a long day at college, I used to come and spend my time here. I love to take long strides in this park, and I'm really attracted to water bodies. Even back at home, I used to go to beach and spend the time. But here in Mangalore, I like to come to Gujar Kere, which is a really nice place. Whether you want to hang out with your friends or you want to spend your time in solitude, Gujar Kere is the place where you can do that.
At Gujarakere Lake, one can see stainless steel railings provided around the lake for the safety of the children and senior citizens. A wide area with interlock make it comfortable for walking and jogging. The area is well lit with new LED street lights around the lake. The partial area around the lake has been spread with sand turning into a play arena. There is a play area for children with seesaw, swings, slides, etc. and also an open gym facility for the people to exercise. Arya with camera person Rana for Team Campusai.
That's all for this week's Campusai. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Until then, stay tuned.